Hello? Come on, buddy. Hello. Let's make a painting. Alright, so pretty fast. I don't have much time left in me. Is that the right side? Yes, it is. Okay, flip the page over. Put a lot of water on it. Okay. I think this is my last painting for today. So, of course, we're gonna start with some green because it's fresh. And we're gonna do, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna start with something. We don't have time to worry. There it is. Sea blue black. All right, let's go with my favorite one. Dum, 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 dum. I didn't even clean the brush after the green, so we're gonna let that thing kicking in. Boy, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous color. Need more of it. Okay, so let's see. Fresh sea blue black. There it is. I'm just gonna emphasize a little bit more. And I like how it's mixed with the green. It's really giving something here. Now I'm not gonna let it dry for the next time. So we're just gonna adding and adding more and more. We can't get enough of that, right? Look at this guy, man. Okay. Maybe I'm pushing it at this point. Let me clean the brush. I should have a second painting next to me. So every time when I have to clean my brush, actually I can paint the other one. So we can have some kind of saving the, the paint. You know what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna take this long forgotten purple. And we're gonna move it around. Yeah, I don't use the purples so much. You know what? Maybe the next time I will. Okay, we have this. Let it develop the sky. I'm fine with this body. And this is gonna give me the opportunity to make something on the foreground. And when I say something on the foreground, pretty much simply removing some of the paint. There we go. Now we have a road. Very simple. Most of the stuff I do are very simple, actually, when I think about it. Nothing complicated. Let's make a little hill here. Yeah, I think this is, I believe I said that before. This is one of the reasons I started doing this watercolors, because I really enjoy the simplicity of nature. And of course, it's simple, but at the same time, it's very complicated. So people, you know what? I mean, I will go down there. Why not? But when you go outside in the nature, you see all these beautiful, beautiful pictures, and you never think about. I mean, I guess some people think about it, but most of the time you see it, and you're not going to think about the ant or like individual plants and stuff like that. I mean, who in the world get time to do this? And that's what I like a lot. I like the idea of all these hidden things are up there, but at the same time you pay attention only on the. It's time to change the paper towel, and of course I'm not changing. I'm using this paper towels for months now, but the whole thing is you watching it and you enjoy the view. Of course, it's very complex. By the way, we're removing a paint when it's still wet, so we can have a nice blending after that. But you enjoy it, and you never pay so much attention on the small details. And of course, that's what I like to represent here, the simplicity of how we see the world. Not every time you have to know everything and dig out for every single little detail. All the details are here. It's just, I'm not painting, but they're here. You can't have nature without all that stuff. But that's what is fascinating to me. That's why I'm talking about this. Anyway, That's why I'm making all this watercolors so loose, because I enjoy that. I enjoy going around and just absorb, admire for what it is, and that's about it. And then keep moving. Of course, we try to remove paint while the paint is the whole paper is still wet, because we want to have this natural blending. Maybe it's time to change my water too. There it is. The fluffiness in the sky. Now, over here, I want to eventually go deep into these clouds. Excuse me. But they need to dry a little bit. I can't force it. I know one thing here, here, and here, and here we want to have this. Now, let's go for the ground. Now the ground is, of course, need to be supportive, but this one is very heavy. And for that reason, we're gonna do this. We're gonna show up individual trees, and that's gonna give us the opportunity to have the beginning of our ground. This is where the forest is on the right side. Now, of course, they're a little bit darker, but not that much, because they're far away. It's gonna follow up by some shadows. So now we can establish our horizon. There we go. So we have established our horizon, and now we're gonna move to the midground. Now, of course, the whole part here, that's the foreground. But the foreground, if I remove this, the whole sky, the foreground has got, of course, midground, background, and a horizon. So midground, background, horizon, and foreground. That's for the foreground. So the foreground got its own ecosystem. So now we're gonna move to the midground of the foreground. Take the palette. Play with the contrast a little bit. That's gonna establish our mid part of the foreground. There it is. And there it is. Now, of course, we need to decide what we want to do here. Is that want to be a road or is it going to be a river? And of course, it's going to be a river because we're in nature. I'm going to take my thin brush and put a lot of paint and then only water after that. There it is. Now, this brush ran out of water pretty fast, but it's going to give me a lot of opportunity with it. So I will take my time here. It's a little bit tedious, but I do not enjoy. Well, I guess I enjoy, but I do like to take my time with this. One thing, when you do something like this, don't try to stop on the edges. Keep in mind the whole thing is blending, is working, is a, how do you call that thing? Symbiose? Symbiose, I believe that, when everything works together. So this water is part of the ground around it, and the ground around it is part of the water. They're fighting all the time, they be friends and all that stuff. So don't stop, just keep going. Just keep like the Dory says from the Dory from the Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. A little bit of dark spots for our clouds from the sky. Of course, don't forget that. We still have clouds in the sky, so there we go. I will let it dry a little bit. On the side of that, where it is, I will put a little bit of dirt by simply taking almost dry brush with some brown. And that's going to give us the opportunity to put some color on the foreground. Because the foreground was like very dull, it needs some colors. Here, I wish to put a little bit darker. After all, this is some kind of hills here, so they need to have some kind of darkness into them. There you go. Of course, we're gonna take our multiple brush, push the reflection down, take the palette knife, and now make a little bit, not too much, distortion in the water. There it is. Now, clean brush. Now let's go and simply remove some of the paint around. There it is. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that anymore. Well, I just said it and I will break it down immediately. But maybe a little bit on the foreground and trees. Okay, a little bit of texture, not too much. Just to say I saw I'd touch it. Now the clouds. Let's go with this, babies. I love clouds, man. Not too much. Don't clean the brush yet. Be very careful. We don't want to clean up this. We want to put details in this dark spots. Break them down. There you go. I'm not sure if the camera pick it up. Yeah, it's picking it up. I'm gonna clean the brush now. Again. There it is. There it is. All right, our big buddy here. I was avoiding him from the beginning because I don't want to destroy him. That's fine. We just move it around. Try to play with him. Don't force him, because if you force him, you will destroy him. Just play around with him. Don't forget our little one. We're gonna make him friend with this one. And for the final part, it's gonna be this one. Now this one I wanna have a special treatment for him because I wanna blend him a little bit. And now this. And this one is gonna be our connection and a reference to the move over here. There it is. So we can have a slow transition from moving left and right all the way to the sky. And there we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.